Before you make one of the biggest investments of your life, there's one crucial thing that could make or break your future happiness in your new home, and it's not what you may think. After walking through hundreds of homes and closing deal after deal, I've learned firsthand that a bad floor plan can be a hidden deal breaker that you won't notice until it's too late. If I were starting over today with all my experience, this is the one mistake I'd warn you to avoid. So in this video, I'm going to reveal the key things to watch out for that can turn a seemingly perfect home into a major headache. Now, these small details may not be obvious at first, but trust me, they have a huge impact on how you will live in the house, but more importantly, how the home will appreciate in value. So stick with me until the end and you'll know exactly how to spot a poor floor plan that could cause you serious regret. Welcome back. My name is Mitch, your trusted real estate advisor. If you're looking to make a move and need expert on your side, I've got you covered. I'm connected with top agents across the country. So if you need professional guidance, whether you're moving here locally in Charlotte or anywhere in the US, just click the link below, fill out the simple form that you see here on your screen, and I look forward to helping you out. So let's talk about flow. And you might not realize it when you're touring a home, but how rooms are connected or of course disconnected can either make your life really easy or of course really frustrating. Have you ever seen a kitchen that's completely cut off from the rest of the house? Man, that's a headache. I've been in homes where kitchens feels like they're on their own little island miles away from the living room or the dining room. Or have you seen where the living room is on literally the opposite side of the home to where the kitchen is? I see this all the time, and this happens to also be a major deal breaker for many and good reason. So this is why it is very important to pay close attention to poor floor plans between rooms and poor flow. Think about how this affects your daily life. Imagine trying to entertain guests. You're stuck in the kitchen prepping food while everyone else is hanging out in the living room. Doesn't sound like a lot of fun, does it? When you're looking at a floor plan, just ask yourself, does it flow naturally from room to room? Can you move easily from the kitchen to the dining room to the living room, maybe to your home office or even to an outdoor space? If it feels like a maze, that's a major red flag. Now, lack of storage space is definitely a major concern. This is probably the most overlooked part of a floor plan. You can have the perfect number of bedrooms, an amazing kitchen, gorgeous living room, but if you don't have enough storage space, you're going to run into some serious problems, and I mean fast. Check those closets, especially in the primary, guest rooms, and entryways. Ask yourself this, is there enough space for all my stuff? How about the pantry? Does the kitchen have enough ample cabinet space, and is there a walk-in pantry? It may look good, but you'll be struggling to find places to store things like dry goods and cleaning supplies and cookware if they don't have it. Don't forget the garage and attic spaces as well. If you're buying a larger home, you're gonna need the storage for those holiday decorations, tools, and a lot of other things. So make sure the house has well thought out storage options or it's going to feel really cluttered in no time. Lastly, if you have a growing family with little kids, does the home have storage where the kids' toys and other items can be neatly tucked away? You would be surprised how many homes I've been in where this is the #1 complaint from homeowners that have growing families. They just need more space for their kids' toys, which can really make a home feel cluttered if you don't have this storage space. Now let's talk about awkward room sizes and shapes. This is something a lot of buyers don't even think about until after they've moved in. And just because a room is labeled as a bedroom, living room, or office doesn't mean it's going to feel right when you start moving all your furniture in. Or even worse, it may not even function as such. I've seen some homes with rooms that are so oddly shaped, very long, narrow living rooms where you have no idea where to place your couch, or bedrooms with weird corners that make it hard to fit a bed or even a dresser. So trust me, awkward room shapes can be a deal breaker, so make sure it's usable. You don't want to be constantly rearranging your furniture or dealing with dead space that you can't do anything with. Another thing that I would look out for are rooms that look big on paper, but they are actually way too small and not practical. So pay close attention to the dimensions so you'll be able to fit your furniture comfortably. You do not want to walk in and think, where's all my stuff going to go? Now, one of the best examples of this in today's market that I've seen is, of course, the home offices. With the work from home movement becoming more and more important to people, I've seen office spaces that are very small. Some of them are even converted what I call closets. It just isn't functional for someone trying to work from home comfortably with maybe a family at home. So pay close attention for this when you're analyzing whether or not these will work for your habits. Now this one's a biggie, wasted space. This can come in a form of oversized hallways, overly large foyers, weird nooks, crannies that don't serve any purpose. Here's the thing, every square foot of your home should add value, but in a poorly designed floor plan, you'll often find these stretches of hallway that are just there. They don't add any living space, and in reality, they're just eating up precious square footage that could have gone to larger bedrooms or more open kitchen. Hallways should be minimal, of course, and functional, but not too big. The first example I can think of with this is underserved pantry sizes in kitchens. Many times I've seen small storage closets or tiny nooks in kitchens where the space would have been better served making a walk-in pantry, which would be great for the homeowner. It is not uncommon for people nowadays to bulk shop, needing more space for grocery and dry goods. Having an underutilized kitchen space that takes away from the overall floor plan can really hurt you. Another thing I would look out for, of course, is overly large foyers or entryways. While it may seem grand when you walk in, these spaces often end up being underutilized. Sure, a nice entryway can make a great first impression, but you don't want to sacrifice the living space for something that you're just going to walk through once a day. So when you first walk into a home, take a quick minute, look around, and ask yourself these exact questions. The layout of your home can either give you privacy you need or leave you feeling exposed in all the wrong places. Take the primary bedroom, for example. If it's right next to the family room or worse, shares a wall with your kitchen, you're going to hear everything, and I mean everything. Whether it's the sound of the TV blaring, people chatting, or kids running around, you're not going to get the peace and quiet you deserve at the end of a long day. So make sure those key areas like your primary bedroom, home office, or even guest rooms are tucked away from the busiest parts of the house. Now on the flip side, pay attention to guest privacy too. If you have friends or family staying over, they probably won't want to be right off the kitchen or next to the front door either. A bad floor plan can make people feel uncomfortable, and trust me, that's the last thing you want in a home. So keep an eye out for these red flags to make sure privacy is exactly what you expect. Now, a lot of buyers overlook this next one when touring homes, ceiling height. I know, it might not seem like a small thing, but inconsistent ceiling heights can really throw off a feel of a home, especially to the trained eye. For example, if your living room has beautiful 10-foot high vaulted ceilings, and then your dining room and kitchen are cropped down like under 7 feet, that's disjointed. High ceilings give you a sense of course, openness and luxury, while those lower ceilings can really make you feel cramped. You don't want to contrast those certain things in homes because believe me, it looks like an afterthought. I would suggest when you're touring a home, look for ceiling height between 7 and 8 feet. Also, keep a close eye in those basement and lower level areas. The first floor may be grand ceilings, but then of course, when you change and you go downstairs, they could be very low. So make sure the below grade square footage you're paying for matches that first floor ceiling height because that's a major one. This may not seem like a big deal to you, but in my experience, it may come back and haunt you when you're trying to resell the property down the road. So those would be my top things to look out for in a bad or poor floor plan. Now, do not forget to, of course, like and subscribe. If this video provided you any value, I produce these every single week to, of course, keep you updated on the real estate market and give you these types of tips. And also, if you're considering making a move, whether it's locally or maybe even across the country, do not forget to click the link below and fill out the simple form you see here on the screen. I will be in touch and connect you with a top agent. But without further ado, guys, I appreciate your time and I'll talk to you next week.